Hello everyone, myself Alicia Bawa, currently working as an intern with Lexis and Company, and my today's topic of discussion is not any of the article or blog, but is an advice. Now you would be thinking an advice, but for whom? So let me tell you, it is an advice for a woman to get divorced. Yes, you heard it right. An advice for a woman to get divorced. So let us begin with our advice of today. Being a woman, emotions run high. Emotions have to be put aside, though, when dealing with matters like divorce. One has to also think logically, one step at a time, about what may be the cost from a financial, social, or legal perspective. And the first thing is get acquainted. Yes, most women in India, in particular, view marriage as long lasting. If one were to believe this, then it also is true that husbands take care of or get involved in financial matters rather than the wives. In fact, wives are much relieved that their husbands are looking after the financial matters. In other words, husbands are entrusted with financial matters. This financial dependence of wives on their husband leads to financial insecurity when a woman get divorced. Therefore, what wife need to do is get their facts in regard to finances right, including income of one's husband, tax payments, loan payments, fixed deposits, credit balance and deposition, bank accounts, and monthly bills. And the next one is income apart. It's a blunder ignoring marital properties and assets, including jewelry, car, and insurance policies. All these assets effectively provide financial support while ascertaining alimony and child support. And the third one is maintenance. While one is getting ready for divorce and in the process a lawyer is hired, it will burn a hole in the pocket quicker than one may realize. Although one's family may be supportive, it's always a good idea to inquire about the maintenance from the courts. In India, it's not much about fulfilling the needs of a divorcing woman. Then it's about other aspects, including husband's willingness to cooperate. Indian law nonetheless has provisions for the maintenance of Indian women while they may await divorce. The next one is evidenced communication. It's absolutely vital to ensure that any sort of communication, whether written or unwritten, that is oral, such as letters and phone calls, are recorded to present as evidence in the court of laws, strengthening one's case against one's husband. If any sort of threat or abuse is recorded through verbal and non-verbal communication, then that would further strengthen a female spouse case against her male spouse. Indian women, however, typically are deeply respectful towards their husbands and their families, and owing to the entrenched belief that dragging the family name in the court would amount to slander on the honor of her husband's family. Oftentimes, they refrain from resorting to taking appropriate retaliatory measures. Indian women ought to bear in mind that once divorced, they would break all ties with her former husband's family, and therefore they ought to worry less about her ex husband's family and think more about starting a new life. And the last one is to be independent. The vast majority of Indian women quit their jobs once they get married. That is assuming they had a job prior to marriage. It could be very well be that they did not pursue a career even before marriage. However, that is highly unlikely occurrence these days. There are also instances of women giving up their careers to cater to the needs of their husbands or society or family. Now, as and when a women are at crossroads, they ought to reevaluate their options and opt for resuming their career by brushing up their talents and skills that one believes one can earn one's bread. Working in addition to giving financial independence, which is a major advantage. Now, many doors would often start working as they can find a roof over their heads. Women ought to accept the financial support of their family temporarily if it's offered. Oftentimes, women are distraught at the thought of getting divorced and think more with their heart than their head. So, in the last, I would like to say that the women fail to think rationally and rather tend to think emotionally. As an upshot, the impending or upcoming divorce is neglected, and as a result, they are wholly unprepared until they both are financially and emotionally ruined. A divorce can be stressful as well as an emotional and financially taxing for any of the women. Therefore, ensuring that one has adequate financial support once he or she get divorced. So this was all about the topic of today. I hope you would like it. Thank you.